Hello and welcome everyone. It is time for Jim Comics Top Picks for New Comic Book Day this upcoming Wednesday, July 8th, 2020. Got some good books out this week. We'll get into that in a second. As usual, thank you to all my subscribers on YouTube and followers on Instagram. You're all awesome. Hope everybody's doing well and enjoying their comics. We're sort of slowly starting to get back into what can be considered normal, release of books and stuff. It's still a ways off before we're gonna. I think it's September. Realistically, is gonna be before we get kind of really right back into it. But hey, we'll take what we got right now. There's been some good books out, and we'll get into that and talk about some other stuff as usual. I didn't mention the Nick the Knob and his Key Collector app the last video, but he is still around, unfortunately. What can you say? He's a knob. But if you like his app, use it. If you don't like his app, don't use it. I don't know. I like it. I use it, so I recommend it. If you don't want to use it, don't use it. But anyways, Key Collector app. Don't forget free 1-week trial Jim Comics code in there if you want to use it. We'll get into what I'm looking at this week. There's not a lot, but we'll cover it off pretty quick here. I'm only going with DC and Marvels. Oh, I shouldn't say it. I got one independent. Do that first. Is Something's Killing the Children, number 8. Got 2 covers for that. That's been a really good series, and as you all know, it's been optioned, and man, I recommended that one all the way through. And they got another one, Seven. Oh, damn it, I forget the name of it. Seven Sins, is that the one it's called? It's coming out in a few months. I covered that off in my last video, but that one looks really good too. But anyways, boom, I like what they're doing, and Something Killing the Children is number 8 is out this week for Mr. Tinian. From DC, we got Batman Adventures Continue, number 2. 2 covers for this one, and this looks like this is one of those ones where you want to pick up a copy. Try to get it for cover price, folks. Don't pay the stupid eBay prices for stuff if you can help it. I mean, I know sometimes you don't have a shop near you, that's what you got to do, but this one's got the first appearance of Sunny, who's a protege of Deathstroke. Young female character, and where she's going to go I don't know, but I don't know if she's going to be a female version of Deathstroke down the road. There's definitely some potential with that character, so really try to get this one if you can. I'm only getting cover A for this one, but I don't like cover B all that much, but I think cover A will be the one to get long term, but definitely try to pick that one up this week. You got Batman 94. You got 3 covers for this one. You got cover A, cover B, and then the 1 for 25. I don't know. I'm not going for these 1 for 25s myself. If something really important, anyway, I've said it a million times, folks. The 1 for 25s are great. A lot of these exclusive covers, they have gorgeous covers on them. The aftermarket stuff, and I don't go for a lot of them. I do go for some, but they have to be a cover I really like or something important happening in the book, because otherwise long term I don't think they're worth it. But anyways, if that's something you want, get it. Batman 94, it's been a good run leading up to that Joker War and everything else, so yeah, it's a good Tinian's really fired some life back into that series, so that is out this week. Detective Comics 1023, cover A and B, that's a Joker War tie-in, so maybe worth picking that up. I'm just going to get 1 copy of that one just to read it and see what's going on with it. Justice League 48 title, I was buying this all the way up to, I'm trying to think when I ended, probably around 35 or so. Then I dropped it, but it sounds like there's a new villain showing up in this issue. So there's a 3-issue story arc with a new writer, and I forgot to write down the writer's name, but it sounds like they're introducing kind of a standalone little series with new villain and stuff. So 48, 49, 50 are probably going to be some ones that are worth picking up. I'm definitely going to try and get 48 this week. Looks like a good one. And that's it from DC. From Marvel, Empire Fantastic Four, number 0. Got a new Elder of the Universe, the Profiteer is showing up in this one. I mentioned this in my last video. He or she is, in line with Ego and the Collector and the Challenger, those kind of things. So it's worth picking that up. Anytime you get a new Elder of the Universe, yeah, they're good characters to have. So there's a bunch of covers for that one. I'll just show you a few of them, but I'm only cover A for that. Ghost Rider number 7. This series surprisingly has been pretty good. So we'll see what happens with the Spirit of Corruption. Anything else happens with him. Danny Ketch. or did he catch? Yeah, we'll see what happens with him. So number 7's out. There's 2 covers. I'm looking forward to reading. It's been a while since I've read Ghost Rider. I like Ghost Rider too. So, and this next one, Strange Academy number 2. This is one of those series that I wasn't when I you know, you got the previews quite a while back, and I forget what comic it was there in the back of the comic. Anyways, the series was really actually pretty good. It reminds me of a Disney version of Harry Potter, and I could totally see the series being put on Disney Plus at some point down the road. So it's a series worth getting. Number 1 had a boatload of first appearances. I think there was 5 or 6 on that one. I don't know if there's any more first appearances in here. There may be 1 or 2. I don't know, but I'm going to keep going with that series because I really think it's a good one to get, and there's going to be, like I say, I think there's a really good chance that's going to be on Disney Plus at some point. 3 covers this week for that one. There was a bunch for number 1 as well. I liked some of the covers actually. So that is it. Oh yeah, I wanted to mention Thor number 5. I talked about the second print in my last video, and I was hoping it was going to be that big splash page with the Black Winter looking like kind of like a black Thor. It doesn't look like that's going to be the image. I've seen images now released. It's the double splash page with Gore and all those other creatures kind of hanging out. So that's the cover for the second print, which I've already pre-ordered. And I wouldn't doubt, though, if that Thor, or that image I showed with the Black Winter looking like Thor, could potentially be the third print, much like they did with Null on the cover of the third print for Venom number 3. So keep your eye out for the third and fourth print of Thor, because who knows, I think that image will be on there some point. But just for the second one, I wanted to point out that's what it's going to be this week. So that's it for the books I'm looking at this week. As you're all aware by now, Aliens and Predator, the rights, Marvel's got the rights to these guys now, and I don't know, I'm kind of on the fence with this. I don't know, I really hope they don't turn it into, I mean, they've been kind of, Aliens and Predator have kind of been one of those cool, dark, you know, almost a horror kind of a sci-fi thing, and I really enjoyed it. And I hope they don't turn it into, they don't Mickey Mouse it, you know what I mean, and butcher it, but we'll see where it goes. But either way, these are both first prints, the Aliens. I bought these off the shelf back in the day when they came out. And Predator, man, I've come across so many of these over the years. I got 3 of them. These are all first print. The only way to know if it's first or second or third, I think Aliens, if I remember, went up to like a 4th or 5th print. I can't remember, but you have to actually open it up and read on the inside. First print, from what I remember, doesn't say anything. It just shows the date it was published, and then second will say second printing, third will say third printing, but the covers look exactly the same, so you can't tell by looking at it. You actually have to physically open it up. So same with these Predators. That's how Dark Horse did it back then. But I got number 1. I also got number 2 of that series. That was just a 2-part miniseries kind of thing. And then I also got Dark Horse Presents number 24, the origin of aliens and stuff on it, but this 36 is your first Aliens, Predators kind of thing. So yeah, Dark Horse was really pumping those out back in the day, so had to show off those. And I talked about, my last video, I talked about Immortal Hulk and the One Below All, and one thing I wanted to talk about, which I forgot to last video because I got blabbing away, as I mentioned, number 12, man, that's a key book. You want to get that one. But Avengers 684, I don't know if everybody's aware of this. I'm sure a lot of you are, but you may or may not be. You know, it's your first full appearance of technically what is Immortal Hulk, although he's kind of been immortal the whole time. But, you know, the new iteration of the Hulk as the Immortal Hulk is your first full appearance. But it's also the first appearance of the Green Door is in the 684. And that's kind of key because that's the tie to the One Below All. That's what links anybody who's been infected with gamma rays to the One Below All, and that's kind of the conduit between you know, the hell and what helps with the regeneration and everything else, the resurrection, I guess. So 684 is a book. Like I say, I don't know that a lot of people realize that that's the first appearance of Green Door, so that's a good one to get for that reason too. And then I wanted to talk about Thor number 5 for just a second, because I mentioned the second print coming out pretty soon, but like I say, look for the third and fourth print in that too. But it's funny, I had a thought about the Black Winter, and is it possible, okay, so the Black Winter, I'm just throwing this out there, folks, it's more of a question than me saying it is, or specking on it or anything like that. It's just that are we going to get one of those movie moments?
I am your father.
Like, is it possible that the Black Winter is the father of Noel, or the brother of Noel, or I don't know. I just throwing it out there because it's kind of funny, because you think about it, the Black Winter destroys the universe, and then carries brings Gallant over to the new iteration of the universe that he creates. Noel's in the void, and then when the Celestials come and start creating all the new life and everything in the new universe, that's when Noel gets pissed off. So is Noel created by the Black Winter? That's kind of what I mean. So I'm just wondering, is the Black Winter the father of Noel? I don't know. I'm just throwing that out there. It was just the thought I had. And then I want to talk about Venom 2099 real quick. I mentioned this on my Instagram about, I don't know, last week sometime, about Aaliyah Bell. It's her first full appearance in there, and how the cover of Venom 27 and 28 has all those flying cars. You know, you kind of know this by now, has all those flying cars, and in here you see the flying cars. And it's interesting because what I think, this is what I forgot to, I should have mentioned a little bit about this, why I think how it's going to play out. Could be wrong, it's total guess on my part. But is it possible that the maker has that portal, and that somehow they're going to go through the portal into the future, and that's where they meet up with Aaliyah Bell as the new She-Venom and everything else, and then she's going to be brought back to the current timeline and hook up with Miles Morales? That's my guess. Who knows? Who knows? But hey, you never know what's going to happen. But, you know, the reason I bring Miles Morales in is she has the potential to become the next Miles Morales, obviously a female version. But that would be really interesting if that happens. So anyways, that's all I got for you this week, folks. Take care. Happy hunting. Talk to you later in the week. Bye for now.